I've been rocking the iPhone 14 Pro for the last 30 days and I used it for everything, for work, for filming my vacation and even as my car's GPS. And in this video, I'm giving you my real no BS take on using the iPhone 14 Pro in 2025 and why it might be a way smarter buy than the newly released iPhone 16e. Let's dive right in. Alright bros, let me give you a little bit of context here. I picked up this refurbished iPhone 14 Pro last month for cheaper than the new 16e, and honestly I'm blown away by how good this phone still is. It has 256 gigs of storage, 120Hz display with always on, of course the dynamic island, and 3 pro-grade camera lenses with all the features the 16e is missing. Seriously, the iPhone 14 Pro is a steal right now, but more on that later. Let's talk about the camera first. So I used this phone non-stop during my recent vacation, filming me, my family, and I'm still stunned by how good the footage looks. Just look at this footage and tell me it doesn't look stunning. All taken by a 3-year-old phone. Like, I cannot imagine paying over 700 euros for a single lens camera like on the 16e and missing out on action mode, the front-facing cinematic mode, the ultra-wide lens, or the 3x optical zoom. Now for real bro, if you're on a budget, the 14 Pro camera won't disappoint you. For around 500 bucks, this is literally the best iPhone camera right now. Alright guys, I know what you're saying now. Joey, it's a 3-year-old phone, get out of here, it must have horrible battery life. But is it true? This phone right here has 682 cycles, meaning the battery health is at 84%. And it still gives me 8 hours of screen on time. Don't believe me? I tested this phone on my way home from my vacation so you can see for yourself. My day started early around 7:38 a.m. of course with a full 100% battery charge. I left the phone charging overnight, knowing I had a long travel day ahead. My flight wasn't until the afternoon, so I spent hours at the airport. You guessed it, with my 14 Pro in my hands the whole time. And since this was a Ryanair flight, you know how it goes, my phone was my only source of entertainment the whole way. And guess what? By the time we landed, the iPhone 14 Pro still had 12% battery left. That's over 8 hours of screen on time plus around 15 hours of standby. A real-life proof that even at 84% battery health, this phone still lasts all day. And if it ever needs a new battery, no big deal. A genuine one is around 35 euros if you can swap it yourself, or about 100 euros at Apple. And that brings us to another reason why the iPhone 14 Pro is such a good deal in 2025, and that's the value for money. You see, this iPhone is currently at that sweet spot where it's still relatively new but has dropped in price about 50% of its original value. I got mine for 589 euros with 256 gigabytes of storage and a 1-year warranty. By the way, if you want to check out the unboxing of this iPhone, I will link it somewhere here. But yeah, this phone still looks just like the newer iPhone 16 Pro. From a few meters away, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The only change is that the newer models have titanium sides, while the 14 Pro sticks with stainless steel. But honestly, the stainless steel looks more premium and feels super solid in the hand. And here's the best part. Apple will support this phone for at least another 4 years. That means security patches and new iOS updates until at least 2029. Now think about it. By going with the 14 Pro, you're saving over 600 euros. You could literally buy 2 14 Pros for the same price of one 16 Pro. Alright, now let's talk about the performance. This phone is rocking the A16 chip with 6 gigs of RAM, and that's 2 gigs shy of the latest models. That means the 14 Pro won't run Apple Intelligence, but honestly, who cares? Just download AI apps like ChatGPT individually and you're all set. Performance-wise, this thing is still a beast. It runs all games without breaking a sweat. Quick tip though, if you can, go for at least the 256GB model, because the base 128 version just doesn't cut it anymore. Just the freaking Genshin Impact alone takes up 33GB. Alright, we have covered the cameras, the battery, the value, the performance. Now let's wrap things up with my final thoughts. Like I said, I've been using this phone daily for the past month and honestly, I'm super satisfied. It does everything I need, it shoots great video, it has almost all the pro features of the newer models, and the best part, it's crazy affordable on the used market. I know I said this before, but I just can't imagine buying an iPhone 16e when you can get a refurbished iPhone 14 Pro for less and gain so many more features. By the way guys, what are your thoughts on this? Are you rocking an iPhone 14 Pro right now or thinking about picking one up? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you like this video, a sub or a like would be much appreciated. I'm Joey and I'll catch you in the next one.